Section 3.3.7-T. The frequency distribution was obtained using a class width of 0.5 for data on cigarette tax rates. Use the frequency distribution to approximate the population mean and population standard deviation. And then we're going to compare these results to the actual mean, which is $1.466, and the standard deviation comes to 0.997. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the data in StatCrunch. So here's our frequency distribution. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, so in order for us to find the mean and the standard deviation, we're going to go ahead and select Stat and then go to Summary Stats, and then we want to go all the way down to where it says Grouped Bin Data. And then from here, we're going to select the bins in, which is the tax rate, and the counts in is the frequency, and we want to find the mean and the standard deviation. And then we're going to select Compute. Okay, so you can see here that our population mean is 1.509, and over here this is 1.503. Section 3.3.1-T. Recently, a random sample of 13 to 18-year-olds was asked, how much do you currently have in savings? The data in a table represent the responses to the survey, and we want to approximate the mean and the standard deviation amount of savings. So here we have our column, which is the savings, which represents our classes, and then we have our frequency. So this is the summary of the entire data. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up in StatCrunch. So we open this up in StatCrunch. We're going to click on the icon to get the data in StatCrunch. So we're going to click and open up in StatCrunch. So we have our savings and we have our frequency. We have our lower limit and upper limit. What we need to look at is the savings column and the frequency column. So we're going to go ahead and select Stat. Scroll down to Summary Stats, and then to your right, we're going to go all the way down to where it says Grouped Bin Data. Now, once we select that, the bins in is going to represent the classes, which is the savings column, and the counts in are going to represent the frequency. Now, the midpoints are defined by the average of consecutive lower limits, so we want to make sure that we select that. And then we're going to highlight mean and then hit the control button to make sure the standard deviation is also selected. And then we're going to compute. So now we're going to open this up, copy this to our page here. Okay, so I want you to notice that we have the sample mean for the amount of savings is 250. So that's X bar because that is the sample mean. And if you look over here, if we round it to the nearest dollar, we get 250. And then the sample standard deviation, which is represented by S, if we round that to the nearest dollar, we get 236.